All right guys, today I have a little bit longer of a video for you. I'm going to show you how I installed both of these inspection rings on the bottom of my Pitts fuselage. And these little rings are just a plastic or nylon ring that gets glued to the fabric, and then there's a doily or a patch that goes over that. Now the purpose of these is to allow access to the inside of the airplane. And later on, after this is painted, the inside of this ring, the fabric inside that ring will get cut out, and I'll put a little metal cover like that over it. This, of course, will get painted to match the paint job on the airplane. And then later on, this pops out. There's a big open hole here, and you can put your hand in there, or a flashlight, or a mirror, or whatever you need to do to inspect or work on the inside of the airplane. So I've positioned one here because this is right under where the torque tube comes out, and then the push rods to the elevator connect. So if I ever need to change that out or something, I can get in here. And then inside this one here, the push rods that go from here to the elevator, there's actually two of them, and there's a bell crank in here. So the push rod comes back to here, connects to a bell crank, and then from there another push rod goes to the back. So that's why I have these two on the fuselage. So I'll show you how I did it. Now I have that little plastic ring there, and I put it on the fuselage where I wanted it, and I traced it with a pencil so I know where to spread this glue. And I'm just spreading the glue under where that ring will go. So I'll put a layer of glue on the fabric, and then I'll put a layer of glue on the inspection ring, and then bond them together. Now these are the plastic inspection rings, and there's a little burr on there where they're connected to the mold when they make them. So you can either cut that off with a knife or sand it off with sandpaper. I tend to slice it off with a knife the best I can, and then go around the edge with sanding block or sandpaper. So this is the aft inspection ring here. I have it in position, and again I'm just going to trace the inside of it just so I can reposition it later in the correct spot. And I'll take this one away, and you'll see in a minute here, I'll spread some glue again on the fabric and then on the ring. I'm spreading glue now on that pencil ring that I drew on the bottom of the fabric. So I'll put the glue on the fabric, and then I'll put the glue on the bottom of the ring, put them together, and wait for that glue to dry. And then I need to make a doily or a patch to go over it. So I just found a plate here that has the exact diameter that I want, and I trace that on the fabric, and I'm going to spread a thin layer of glue around the perimeter, and this is just so that I can cut it out with the pinking shears without the fabric fraying. So once it's dry, I use my pinking shears, and I just go ahead and cut out the doilies. Nothing too complicated. Now I'll position this on here where I want it, so obviously centered on the ring. And I'm just going to draw on the fabric the location of the patch. And you'll see in a minute, this is just so that I can spread glue on the fabric or the bottom of the fuselage and not go all over the place. I just want to put it under that ring, so I need to know where that patch is located. Here I'm just doing the exact same thing for the aft inspection ring. Now for this one here on the back, you see where I drew the line here? So the edge of my doily is going to be right pretty much on the edge of the paint tape, and it's like that on both sides. So what I'm going to do for this ring is I'm going to make another patch or doily that's a little bit smaller so that I don't have these two paint edges overlapping each other. So I've got another piece of fabric, and I've got a coffee can lid, and you can see this coffee can lid is about 1/4 of an inch smaller, or maybe a 1/2 inch in diameter, but 1/4 inch all the way around, smaller than this one. So I'm just going to trace a new one on here. All right, I had to go find my pencil. So I'm just going to trace this on here. And then I will do the same thing as I did on the other one. I'm going to put a thin layer of glue on here. All right, good enough. A little bit sloppier than last time, but it doesn't matter. Now, while I'm waiting for the other one to dry, I'm going to cut this one out because I'm sure there will be another spot on this airplane where I'll need it, especially once I do the wings. There's quite a few inspection plates on the wings, so I'll need it for later, so I might as well cut it out and save it. All right, now I'm going to glue on this doily here, and I'm just going to trace everywhere inside the ring with glue. Now the tricky part is to get this perfectly centered. That looks pretty even. I can still see my pencil line on there, so that works. Now I have an old hotel key card I'll use just to kind of sharpen the edges and spread that glue. These little pinked edges, it's just the pinked edges hanging off the corner, so they're not going to lay down. But I'll come back later once this is dry with an iron, and that will seal all the little edges and help those areas lay down. Same with around the ring here. I want to try to get as sharp as edge as I can, but it won't lay down perfectly. But I'll come back later with that iron, you'll see, and then kind of sharpen that edge right around here. So I'll take my brush and I'll put another coat on the top here. All right, that's completely saturated now. And just like the pinked tape, you just wipe off the extra glue. Ta-da! I have my smaller doily here that I made. And if I center this on here, you can see that it's pretty close still. But hopefully you can see the pinked edges they're not exactly over the pinked edges for the 2-inch pink tape, so it works a little bit nicer. But one of the issues I'm going to have here is when I glue this down, I don't think the glue is going to hold this down like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm only going to glue it in this area between these two stringers. I'll let it dry, and then once it's dry, I can take the iron and kind of put that fold in there or that bend, and it'll mostly lay flat, and then I'll just put glue under there and then glue it down. So I think this one will have to be a two-step process. All right, so I'm going to take this away, and I'm only going to spread my glue to the stringers. All right, let's see if my little theory works, or my method here works. So we're going to center this. I'm trying to work from the inside out so that any air that's trapped under there I can work out. All right, I think it's as good as that's going to get. So I'll put the other layer on top here. All right, I think that'll work. Once that's dry, like I said, I'll take the iron and I can then glue down the other, or the two edges. Well, it's not 100% dry yet, but I think that's okay. It should be dry enough to iron this down on both sides. Very nice. Now what I'll do is I'll just come back with some glue and soak that in. Make sure I get those pinked edges and then wipe it off. Perfect. Now, just like all of the pink tape, once this is fully dry, like tomorrow, I'll come back with the iron, sharpen up the edges here around that ring, and then the pinked edges there. Well, as you can see, obviously this is now complete. The inspection rings are glued on, the fabric cover over the rings is glued on, and I now have all the primer on the fuselage. In fact, all the tail pieces are also primed, so that means everything is done and ready for paint. So the goal is to get this painted before winter gets here and then get it on its gear. So that'll be kind of nice. Then I can start working on some of the firewall forward and some of the other stuff on here. If I can give you one little plug for Allied Candle before I go, please go to alliedcandle.com and check out my little candle business. I have airplane themed candles and then military themed candles. When you guys buy a candle, part of that goes to support veterans and part of it goes to support me and this channel and everything I'm trying to do on YouTube.